Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarius, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, so in this video we're gonna be talking about the top 5 worst businesses that you can own in GTA 5 online. Alright, now if you want to know what the best business is to own and the locations, make sure you search that on my YouTube channel. Just search best businesses to own or best business locations. That will pull up, alright? So before we get started, now listen, don't get upset with me if you like these businesses. Full disclosure, I own all of them. Any income, any money is good money, right? But these are some of the businesses that you don't necessarily need to focus on. You can hold off on these. You can focus on the businesses that provide more money and better time to income efficiency and ratio than you would get from these businesses right here. All right. So obviously, number 5 on the list is the weed business. Okay. The weed business is the second worst out of the 5 coke business, or the 5 MC businesses total: coke, meth, and counterfeit cash being the top 3. So again, it's a cool business. It looks totally awesome, right? But it is one that you don't have to focus on. It is not going to be the best performing overall. Okay. So just keep that in mind. The 4th worst business on the list, surprisingly, after I was kind of, going through the numbers on this, is going to be the Hangar. I thought the Hangar would actually be a little bit worse, but the Hangar business, despite all of its flaws, despite the problems that it has, and really the major problem with the Hangar business is that it is just a difficult business to operate. The steal missions are a little bit more difficult. The sell missions are the big thing. Those are very, very unfriendly to solo players. Now, I do have a very good solo money making method for the Hangar business. Search that on my channel. Just look up Solo Hangar Business Guide. And it will show you what to do to be successful as a solo player. And you can very well be successful in the Hangar business as a solo player. It is a cool thing to have. I mean, you can store all of your aerial vehicles, your helicopters, your planes. You can customize them, change the paint, things like that. You do have to have that workshop for it. But the money is okay. It's decent money. It's not the best. It's not the worst. But the big problem is that not a lot of players are good at flying. The planes. Even though the flying is very good in GTA 5 Online, it's very satisfying. It is fun to fly around. And again, I find it not too hard. I find it I can do these. I do make sure I have at least 3 or 4 people with me when I do a full sell, because it's going to require that at some of the missions you have to have at least 4 people. So just keep that in mind. Now you can be successful as a solo player. That is 100% possible. It's just still going to be a little difficult because, if you're not good at flying, or if you just don't have the patience for it to learn, it's going to be hard for you. But, again, I love the Hangar business. I'm one of those kind of guys that, it doesn't bother me that much. But I do understand that it is a difficult business to operate. Another reason why the Hangar is on this list is, like I was talking about before, the payouts just really aren't that good. Now, if you have a bunch of people helping you source, you can fill the Hangar business up in just a couple of hours, and you have hundreds of thousands of dollars ready to sell. But a lot of people don't have that opportunity, and the payouts, especially for the work you have to put into it on the sell mission, for a lot of people just is not worth it. All right. So the 3rd worst business, and honestly, I'm not going to lie, I kind of struggled with this. This could have easily been the 2nd worst business. We'll just call it a tie, right? But yeah, we have the facility. The facility is one of those businesses that, I mean, it's kind of a business, it's kind of not, right? Your money-making method for this is going to be, it's going to be the Doomsday Heist, right? And I get it. I can hear them now. I can hear the chubby cheek, thick-knuckled, Cheeto dust-covered faces just sweating from their brows, right? Chai, what you should do? Act 2. Just replay Act 2. Just do the Bogdan glitch, Chai. Get 1,000,015 minutes. Shut up. Just shut up for 1 second, okay? Just pretend. Pretend for 1 second that you're a legit player and you want to play the game the way it was supposed to be played, and you want to beat Rockstar at their own game, right? Just pretend for a second that's what you want to do. Now listen, I joke, I kid. Play the game however you want. Get the money however you want. Me personally, that's not how I play. Okay? I like to just go through it. And if you play like this, if you are a legit player, you'll know that the Doomsday Heist, the method of making money for the facility, is very difficult. They're very buggy. They're very glitchy. They're just not, it's just not fun to play over and over. The old school heist, the Pacific Standard, Fleesa, Series A funding, those are really fun heists. You can play those a lot, and they are still a challenge. Now the Doomsday, the whole facility thing, it is cool. Again, it's a huge location. You get free snacks. That's almost worth it right there. To have the Avenger to store it, you have to have a facility. Same for the thruster. You need to have, the facility for your thruster there. Now you also have the availability of using the orbital cannon. This is where you have the orbital cannons in your facility. It is an upgrade. Just to show you how often I use the orbital cannon. I mean, about a year ago, Rockstar gave us a free gift of orbital strike. Maybe it was more than a year ago. I don't know. I still have not used it. I just don't use it. There's no point, right? So if you see, I still have my free shots available, and I have not used it. It's just not for me. So and like I said, it's a very expensive DLC. And unless you're just some people like, again, like I was talking about with the hangar business, I like it. A lot of people don't. I don't like the Doomsday heists. I don't think they're that fun. Some people may love them. I understand that. I totally get that. This may be a great way. Other people abuse the Doomsday, with the glitching and things like that. That's fine. Do that. I do think it takes away from the game. It makes it less enjoyable when you just have money that you really don't have to work for or play for. But whatever. So there's that. But I can't use that as part of this determination, right? Because I'm a legit player, so my content is for legit players. So as a legit player, this is not going to be the best business. Doomsday heists are not going to be a very time efficient way of making money. This is a luxury item right here. This is something that, again, you want to have this. You do. All these businesses I have on this list, you want to eventually own. But are they a priority? Are they a necessity? No. That's where this comes in. So I don't want you guys burning money that you don't need to, that's not going to benefit you. All right. So second worst business. And honestly, like I said, this could be flipped with the facility. This could be the third worst. I mean, it's very, very, flip-floppy with this. Like I said, we'll just call it an even tie, okay? It is the Arena War DLC. Again, not necessarily a business, but this is a form of making money through the Arena War game modes, right? And it is a major DLC. Another very expensive DLC. And unlike some of the others that we've talked about, there are some good things with the Arena War. You get some of the best vehicles in the game. Some of the fastest vehicles in the game, the ZR380 and the Death Bike, are only available if you have a workshop and can customize them through the Arena War DLC. So you have a couple of cool things right there. And again, I'm one of those weird guys. I do like the arena mode, the actual game. I like the different types of game modes they have. They're really fun. The one thing that is a total joke about the Arena War DLC are the AP points. There are Pegasus vehicles that you can unlock, but to get all of them, you have to accumulate 1,000 like AP points or whatever, arena points or something like that. And it's almost impossible to do that. You have to continuously win over and over and over again. If you lose, your points, it gets all jacked up. So it's just a pain in the ass. It's not worth it in that regard. Again, this is a luxury DLC. It is not something that is a necessity for the nightclub. Just like the hangar business, those crates don't count towards the nightclub income. Arena War doesn't count towards that. But the big thing is that it is a fun. Once if they put the Arena War on double money, if they put it on triple money that they had before, then it's worth it, right? It's really fun. It's some good money out of there. But again, it's not a priority. It's not something you have to have. It's a luxury, and you get some really cool cars, and you get some really good customization. The Arena War DLC brought awesome customization, and it brought some really cool outfits. But it's just very, very expensive, all right? So, the worst business to own on this list, and I think we can all agree to this, all right? It is the Document Forgery Lab. As you see right here, it is a definite error, okay? Scream and lose your shit. But yeah, it is the document forgery is just again, I own it. It's not something that is a great money maker, but eventually you will be net positive if you continue to use this business. It just takes a long time, and getting 3 post-op trucks with the document forgery business knowing that you only profit about 70,000 off of this after you've bought all of your, maybe even less than that, after you've bought all of your supplies. It's just, I don't know, you just don't really want to do it that much. Again, though, it is, any kind of income is good income, and it will get you there at some point, but it is not a necessity. It does contribute to the nightclub, but it is one of the, the worst parts that, contributes to the nightclub. You don't have to have it. You'll get it eventually. Eventually, over time, you'll get it. And when an MC business goes double money, bam, it's a perfect opportunity. Now the document forgery is worth it. Now instead of 60 or 70 grand, you're making 120, 130, 140,000. Then it becomes a little bit more worth it. But until then, you just don't have to have it. So all these businesses that we're talking about today, these are the worst ones. They're all good in the sense that you'll make money off of them eventually, right? You'll get net positive eventually. It'll just take a long time, and they just, in the grand scheme of things, you don't have to focus your attention and your capital on these businesses. You can hold off until you're flush with money and you're rolling. Okay, so if you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for coming out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. Stay dangerous. In the next one, peace out. Yeah.